Welcome to the Thescenesnobs podcast.
Welcome to the thescenesnobs podcast, everybody. It's Tuesday night, and I am back. I am live again. We haven't been live since the 300th episode on October 31st. Didn't see it? Go check it out. But we've had episodes since then, and I want you guys to go check them out as well. They were great. But we are back live. We have a great panel for you tonight. We're going to be talking about bad movies that we love and why we love them. So I'm so excited for this, but I want you guys to make sure that you go over and you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell so you know when more episodes of this and other great shows are coming out as well. Thank you guys again so much for joining in. I love doing this. I love all of you. Snob Nation, you guys are great. But you got to be a part of the Snob Nation, so join up. Go down in the links below. Join up on our Discord. Join up on our Facebook group. Join up on our Patreon. Support us there. You can support us for free. Or if you guys want to go in the tiers, we have perks available and stuff like that. Also, Black Friday sale is going on now. 20% off if you use promo code ANGEL. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Thanks. Promo code THANKS. Use promo code THANKS, and then that way you get 20% off at anything at snobsmerch.com. All right, let's get this party started. I'm going to bring in my guests. The man, the myth, the legend. I'm on his show right after this at 8:30, so make sure you check that out as well, because we're going to be talking about Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving 3. What did we think about them? All right, Sir Sturdy himself. What's going on, man?
Hey man, what's up? How's it going? Glad to be here and doing another kind of holiday double special again with you. Back on Halloween, we did basically back-to-back shows, and tonight we're doing the same. I moved mine back a half hour just to be safe, but it's gonna be a fun ride, people, with a lot of fun people on both shows. So stay tuned.
Get used to lineups like this. We're the new TGIF, new TGIT, I'll call it. But let's bring on our other guests. Right. The man works for the Scene Snobs. I love the guy. He's wonderful. You know him well. Done and done. Got to bring him in, Mr. Paul. How are you, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you guys tonight?
Doing amazing. Man. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. And I'm going to bring in my next friend, who is from the Three Geeks podcast. If you don't listen to them, then you are missing out, because they know all things geek. They all know all things conventions and all the jazz. Plus, you can win a lot of DVDs and stuff if you follow them. So the man, the myth, the legend, Jason Taylor.
What is going on, everybody? Woo-hoo.
How you doing, bud?
Not much, man. I am remembering JDF, who passed away a year ago.
Yes, rest in peace. Jason, David Frank, thank you so much for being a Green Ranger, White Ranger, and everything in between. All right, so let's bring on our last guest. He's a great friend to somebody, I'm sure. But he is the worst damn gamer ever. The man. Chris, what's going on? How you doing, bud?
What up, yo?
Thank you so much for joining in tonight, guys. We're live again. It's been 2 weeks, but I like it. I'm glad I'm back. I like hanging out with you guys and talking. And I'm excited.
I mean, to be honest, you were barely on vacation.
That was, in fairness, that was a vacation for me, though. I did rest. I actually got a bit of rest, and I think that's all I really needed.
There you go. Well, I mean, in his defense, he really didn't host any lives. Like when he came on my show, I was the host. Yeah. And the last Mick at night, I was the host. It was the Sturdy takeover. So just pre-recorded stuff and all that, the fun stuff that he does already. But yeah, I get it.
I did host a live Sunday. I hosted Geek Fest Live with Chris. That was a good time. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, that was towards the end anyway, because this was going to be the week where I came back, and I thank you guys for covering for me while I was gone and doing just awesome job, and let me be a third mic over on your shows.
I love it.
I fucking miss being a third mic, man. I loved being a third mic. It was just so much fun. It was no hassle. Like, I could just be funny or be stupid. Everybody else could handle it. Casey, great moderator that he was, could handle the moderating. I just didn't care. But now I get to do that on your guys' shows, and I love it.
Yeah, yes, it feels great. It feels great. It gets funny at times, though. Like for me, especially when I'm a guest on someone else that uses Restream like myself, I'm so used to being the host of it. I'm like, why does everything look so different? Yeah, what's going on? I'm like, all right, relax. You don't have anything but chill.
We'd all be fourth mic on the Three Geeks podcast, of course, because they're always covered. But
I got like 17 geeks. That's bro. It's the most misleading fucking podcast name ever. I'd be going on there. I'm like tile. I'm like,
back when we used to record in studio and we had the couch. I think the maximum that we had at one time was 8 people on the show. Wow. But not. It wasn't like this. We only had 2 cameras and. People were sitting on a couch and so forth. But
I'm looking forward to those days again. Like, it'd be great. Like, I know, like, because the fun thing is CFF, I think, will be the next time we can all, like, Paul and Sturdy and I can do a show. And if Chris comes down, it'd be another one. And Jason, if you came, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
I actually just spoke to my friend in North Carolina, and I'm working on it because I'm in a much better situation than last year, so I should be able to make it work.
Dude, we'd love to have you, man. You know that. And I keep eyeing like Ohio stuff, and I'm like, one day I'm gonna shoot up and go through Ohio, see you, and then I'm gonna go see up to Michigan and see Tim and Dan, and then back down. See you again. So it'll be a great time.
You guys in Michigan, make it easier on you.
There you go.
I'm just gonna stop in the middle in Toledo and just say, who do you belong to? Where did you go? Those are all jokes, of course, because I always make fun of my Michigan and Ohio friends. But let's get to the topic tonight, guys, because this is based off of Sturdy's insane. So he has this insane Thanksgiving tradition every year where he watches and reviews Thanksgiving and Thanksgiving 3. There is no 2. We'll get to that. You have to watch his show for that. We're going to go full depth reviews over there. But I'm not saying one way or another who liked it or who hated it, but it's going to be pretty funny when you find out. And it just sparked in me. We all have those like really bad movies we love. Yep. Right. And we all know it because we all say it to each other in conversation and we're like, that's terrible. And you're like, love it. But I thought it would be nice to talk about differences a little bit and actually talk about those movies and why we love them.
I like it.
So every one of you, I want to talk to you about, let's start with like maybe 1 or 2 and go around the horn. Let's do it clockwise. So I'll start us off and I'll say, I have a lot of guilty pleasures, but one I think I talked about on the show is Crocodile Dundee in Los Angeles.
Okay.
I fucking love that movie. It's terrible. It's so far removed from what the first 2 were, but some reason I love every aspect of it. I crack up at the Wendy's scenes. There are scenes in that movie where I genuinely like belly laugh.
Nice.
When I watch it, and it's a movie that doesn't deserve that. So that's what I mean when I say a really bad movie. Like you can recognize this sucks. Everybody in the world should probably punch me for loving this movie, but I fucking love it. So I'm gonna actually, we're not gonna go around the horn. I'm gonna go with Paul first. Paul, who do you got for me? What's a movie that you really love? That
You know what? It's one you already know, so I'll have to claim it and own it. It's gonna be The Stupids with Tom Arnold. I absolutely love every second of that movie, and I'm laughing the entire time.
When we did that, when you gave that to us for Plot Roast, I think the worst decision I ever made on Patreon was you get to pick this movie for plot. You get to pick a movie for Plot Roast because it was Sturdy with Blood Lake. First of all, Casey and I started Plot Roast together. He loved the idea. The first few, he was like all in. Then Sturdy gave us Blood Lake. He tried to watch it and he goes, I'm out. I can't do this. And I was like, really? So somebody else hosted that with me and got mad at me for making them watch that movie. And then I was like, Casey, we got to watch The Stupids. He goes, and he watched The Stupids and he goes, I'm not doing the show anymore. You made me quit the show with The Stupids. That's how bad we thought that movie was.
See, and what I gotta say about that is I feel like I had a hand in that. I'm so proud of OBS froze.
Uh-huh.
You're fine. It's a froze in a good frame. You're smiling.
It's a podcast. We can hear you.
There we go. I'm so proud of that because it's like I made somebody quit their own show, not even do that episode with you, let alone finish the damn movie, and then the very next movie is bad as fuck. I've never seen it, but I'm going to. I can't wait to. And he's just like, you know what? I'm just done with this. After these 2, I'm done.
See,
like
that's part of the problem. Do you hear his excitement in his voice right now about how he's excited to watch a horrible, horrible movie?
And I get it. I get that. But Paul, what about that movie? Like, is there a nostalgic feel to it? Is it just that right amount of stupid that you love?
Yeah, it's totally nostalgic because I remember the first time watching that, like 8 or 9 years old, just with a group of friends, just all farting and laughing the whole time, thinking we're some shit. And like that movie, like they obviously aren't taking themselves serious. So like as an adult, it's not a movie trying to take itself serious that is just bad. Like they know the script is asinine and their acting is over the top. And I just appreciate a good comedy like that if they just own it.
Okay. I mean, I can respect that, especially because like I didn't watch it with 8 or 9 year old eyes.
Yeah.
So like maybe at 8 or 9, maybe I'll show it to my kid. He's 7 and just like if he laughs at it, then I like that's my litmus test for that movie. Like, oh, this is for kids.
That's fair.
because it is like they do know it's a very self-aware, stupid movie.
Okay.
Like they know this is a terrible movie that they're making, and in fact, it's like a beautifully terrible movie. Like everything's really beautiful. Everything in it is beautiful. Like they really put money into the art direction. They put money into the costuming. It's just a really stupid movie. It lived up to its name. And but my thing was I didn't laugh at it.
Okay.
And I think if I had laughed at it, like when I watch Basketball, that's meant to be a stupid movie. I think it's a better told than like The Stupids was. Like it's self-aware that it's stupid, but it actually takes itself seriously. And to me, I think that's the big prerequisite for like, if you want to tell something that you know is stupid, do it seriously in a comedic way. Does that make sense?
So kind of like Beer Fest type deal or something, you know?
Yeah, like that's over the top. It's absurd, but they're taking it. They want to win. This is all in. Like and that's what. And same like with horror comedy. If you make fun of the horror, it's not funny anymore. You know, and it's not funny. And it's not an effective horror comedy. But if you take the horror seriously, but you're funny and it's how you deal with it, like Idle Hands or something like that, or Tucker and Dale versus Evil, it's gonna excel. Like so, that's like with The Stupids. I think that's what it was. I can't laugh at it because it doesn't take the comedy seriously. I'm not saying it's not smart, but it's almost like they were like, this is absurd and we're going to play it like it's absurd. Like it doesn't make any sense. And it's like, at least take it seriously. Like they're in actual danger, but this is how they deal with it, you know, or maybe they turn a blind eye or something like this. So I guess that's what took me out of it, but I get holding on to the laughs if I had watched it from a younger point.
Okay.
I saw Stupids is actually the very first movie I ever walked out of in theaters. I saw it. I made it to the, we're going to take the roller list because they have 8 wheels. After that scene, I left.
That was the one. That was the one scene I guttural laughed at.
And I love Tom Arnold. Like I think Tom Arnold is funny.
That's the one. And seriously, it's so funny that's the one you walked out on. That's the only scene I found funny. When he looked at his car and then he looked at the bike and he goes, "Well, 8 wheels," and then he's like rollerblading. I was like, that was funny. That had to have been an improv moment by him. That was really good.
All right, it's official. I gotta watch it. It's official, guys. It's official now.
I want to hear what you
I'll
think.
watch it with you, Sturdy.
I gotta find it.
Dude, Paul, you should host on the Discord a movie night.
There you go.
God. We're gonna lose all the fans. They're gonna hate me for making them watch the Stupids.
I'll come through and watch. I'll come through and watch on Discord. Fuck yeah.
You'd be surprised. I think we should take all of our movies and do a movie marathon on the Discord.
Woo.
Where we each host it.
Jesus.
That's fair. That's fine.
I'm good with that.
But let's go to Jason. You're going last because yours is going to be a conversation. Yours is going to be a conversation, but I'm going to go Chris now. Like Chris, what's a movie that you love that's terrible?
I mean, it's a movie that I've always loved that I feel like I've always loved, but everybody else seems to think it's terrible, and it's Beverly Hills Cop 3.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I don't put it on like the level of The Stupids. I get why people watch it. I'll watch it, but I do think it missed. That's actually 2 John Landis movies, too. The Stupids is a John Landis movie as well.
Oh, wow.
So...
Weekend at Bernie's used to be one of those like guilty pleasures for me for a while, too.
I love Weekend at Bernie's.
Because I'm Rican, really? Rican at Bernie's?
What you put words in now? I can't say the right one.
Rican at Bernie's. It's Chris and Mick's playing Bernie.
I think Weekend at Bernie's 2 would be the more controversial pick.
Okay.
Holy shit, I didn't realize he directed that. Dude, I looked at the director of my movie. What did I say? What was the movie I said? In Los Angeles, Crocodile Dundee. Yeah. And he directed a lot of bad movies. I don't know how he keeps getting work. Like we talked to Jonathan Frakes one time. That dude had like 2 massively hit movies in the Star Trek universe. And then he had like a really big hit with Clock Stoppers. And then he did the Thunderbirds and it did poorly. It didn't even do terrible. It just did poorly. It didn't make all of its money back.
Thunderbirds? That's awesome.
And he goes, it was like, that's the movie that got me put in movie jail, so I could never. And he has never made a movie again. He has never made a mainstream movie again. One bad movie. This Simon Windsor guy who directed Dundee in Los Angeles directed Harley Davidson and Marlboro Man, The Phantom, Daryl from 1985, Lightning Jack.
Lightning Jack was good.
All right. I'm out. Cuba Gooding Jr. sucking out the poison. Yeah, right. Okay, is that your final answer? So why do you love that movie? Yeah.
Why do I love which movie?
Your movie. Your choice.
Because it's fucking it's a murder mystery that's happening in a goddamn theme park. Like, it's just goofy and fun, and I don't know, I like it. Axl Rose is Axl Foley is Axl Foley, and you got fucking what's his name? Is his name Judge Reinhold?
Yeah, he's in it.
Yeah.
They're all coming back for the fourth one.
That whole fucking like dynamic between Judge Reinhold, his bald ass partner there, the hard ass. You got the good cop, bad cop, and then you got Foley. It's like I don't know. I like it.
No, I mean, I'm not like, again, I don't think it's like terrible. I've watched it since then. Like, if it's on TV and there's nothing else on that I'm interested in, I'll put it on because I do like Eddie Murphy. For some reason I gravitate towards his movies. He's a good personality, even if it's not a great script. I think people give too much hate to Norbit. I thought it was funny, at least. Like,
yeah.
Oh, Paul's like, nah. Oh, wait, does that count for me then? Does that count as another one? Because everybody hates that movie, and I was like,
I've never seen it.
I didn't mind it. I mean, it's not one of those that it's like honorable mentions or anything like that, but it's definitely one that I recall and that I know and I've seen and
laugh at.
I don't remember being like, yo, I hate this fucking movie. What the fuck did I just watch? Type shit.
You know what I wish they would remake, but do it more serious? Adventures of Pluto Nash.
Oh yeah, that was the
It's
one.
a cool
guy with a dog, right?
Would be cool.
I think it would, like, Sturdy, you said this. Like, I wish they would stop just remaking good movies, remake the bad ones and try and do them better. And I agree wholeheartedly. I think we talked about that on the shows before. And that's a movie that the tone was off. Like, they just, like, Eddie Murphy's good, but the way he played that role and some of the choices they made just weren't great. But like, you could do a cool, like, noir type movie, even like a comedic noir or something, like, and with the right actor. And so I don't know. I like it. But Sturdy, what's a movie about? What about you?
You already know what I'm going to choose, Mick. We're going to be talking about it next. And honestly, what it is I enjoy about Thanksgiving so much is it's just one of those movies. It does exactly what it's supposed to do. The budget is low, you know that. The talent isn't that great, you know that. And fucking, you just turn your brain off, smoke some weed, and enjoy it. And that's what I do every single damn year that I watch this damn movie. And my goal is,
how do you turn your brain off to this movie?
You just do. You just
know
what it is. You accept it for what it is, you know. Sometimes when, how can I word this? Sometimes when you may have some cooking that you may not want to complain about because you may be scared for your own safety.
Like turkey?
You could say that. So you eat the food anyway without really complaining about it. You're just like, you just accept it. But this is better than that. Because I found it hilarious. It does what it's supposed to do. And, just enjoy it. Just enjoy it. You don't got to take it serious. You don't take it serious at all. Like, you just have a great time.
How did you discover it though? Like, were you younger or?
No, this was within the past maybe 10 years ish, more or less.
Hell yeah.
You've been watching this every Thanksgiving for fucking 10 years?
No. Maybe like 5, 6 years. But maybe 5, 6 years. I really don't know how long it's been. But maybe 5, 6 years ish. As a matter of fact, the very first time I reviewed this movie was episode 36 on my podcast, and I'm now on like episode 440 something. So that just goes to show you that I really enjoy this shit. Like, I don't just say it.
You do love this movie, man.
It's one of those ones that it's just like, I know it's not a good movie by any means. I'm never saying that, but it's fun. It's funny. It does the job for me. They both do. And that's pretty much it with that.
You should continue on every year. If you're going to keep doing these movies, you should pick one new podcaster who's never seen it every year to add to the show and always get that fresh perspective.
No, that's what I try to do every year. I try to get somebody new every year to watch it, come on the show.
I hate to break it, but you're going to have a few today. But dude, Justin, I'm sorry, I read your message, and but going on and talking about bad movies and stuff like that, what are bad movies that you can't understand why other people like them? Like, it enrages you when you hear. No, this is Radar. This isn't pre-recorded. Sorry, I think I forgot to take it out. We're live. We are live. So what's up? Thank you for joining in. CJ, thank you for joining in, man.
What's up, CJ?
Or is that woman or man? Or I don't know how they identify. Thieves Diamond Lurk. Thank you.
What up, Thieves Diamond?
So
appreciate y'all out there.
I got
another movie that I enjoy, Mick. It's a guilty pleasure I haven't seen in years. 3 Ninjas.
Oh, I love 3 Ninjas.
It's a bad movie, but I get why people like it. And I think it's the same with Paul with the Stupids. Three Ninjas for me is a nostalgic thing.
Oh, I love
It's that, and then I feel like it's almost the comfortability with the crossover with, I don't know his real name, but it was Mr. Miyagi in the Karate Kid.
Different actor.
Yes,
Wait, you
Are
mean
you
Pat
sure?
Morita?
Are you sure?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's not in it. Very
Well,
Yeah, it
different.
was Egg Chen from Egg Chen played the grandfather. Egg Chen from Big Trouble in Little China. Victor Wong. No, was it Victor Wong?
I gotta
Didn't he
look it up.
recently just
Either way, listen. Either way, Three Ninjas was my shit. Don't know why. I haven't seen it in years. I know it's horrible, but I'm just like, that was just one of those ones you just turn on and it was one. You know what it is too. It came out at the time when all movies like that were coming out for kids movies. It was something. There's something very, very similar to it. Whether it's like the real version of it or like that's one thing I missed about back in the day. We'd get the real version of that movie and then you get like the bootleg version. Like Three Ninjas and then like Two Ninjas and a Little Guy. It's just something that's just. But I'm saying that you got Three Ninjas, you have the Surf Ninjas, which I have yet to see, and I need to see that. But I'm saying there's always something around that kind of.
I think Three Ninjas was more of an answer to Home Alone than anything else.
I think it was because you had a lot. I'm not disagreeing. I think if Home Alone didn't do as well as it did, you weren't going to get those kids movies handling business in the 90s. You're absolutely right. And that does count with them. But I think this is still riding the tails of Karate Kid's fame.
That's what I was thinking. Because this is like around the time of American Ninja, fucking, Steven Seagal was getting real big with a bunch of shit. Like this is the height of the tail end of the action kung fu or karate movies. You know what I mean?
No, I completely get that. There's a scene in the middle where the robbers try to kidnap the kids, and that entire sequence is like very Home Alone.
When did we cross over from movies about kids wanting to learn, martial arts to it's just like people know martial arts? It's like Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Every vampire knows martial arts.
Nightmare on Elm Street 5.
No way. That
Freddy vs. Jason.
Sidekicks was in the 90s. But like
all those movies in the 80s that came out with martial arts, everybody was just like, all right, now we might as well just try it.
Yeah, everybody wanted to learn it and try it, and then they said, fuck it. They tried it. They become break dancers and fucking martial artists, started joining dojos around town, and the next thing you know, everybody knows martial arts. We're good.
When do I get to say martial arts?
Power Rangers comes out. You know what I mean? Like, we had examples.
Yeah.
I like that bag
that's
by the way, hanging up or whatever is hanging up in the background.
Power Rangers definitely. Like somebody had said, I think it was Chris said, or it might have been Jason. This was like the tail end of the karate sort of movement in the 90s. I would disagree. I think it extended a little bit farther into the late 90s because of Power Rangers. Like, because we still got
it was kind of really the only thing left after a while. Big Bad Beetleborgs went away. Fucking Super Secret Samurai Cyber Squad was only there.
Oh my god! I love that show.
Yo, I'm going down memory lane with you, bro.
VR Troopers, remember VR Troopers?
VR Troopers, like all that shit kind of went fast. It had its moment, and it was.
What it was, none of them can hold up.
Stop talking. I can't hear you.
All right, my fault. What I was gonna say is what it was though was none of those shows can touch Power Rangers at the time. Like none of them really got a chance.
They still can't. Power Rangers has like the Walmart and Saban. Let me say that Saban has like the Walmart Amazon model for creating fucking shows that they're literally just copying and pasting from for the last 30 years. It's insane.
That is not a new Doctor Who from 1962. But all they had to do is change the face and you continue the story.
Yeah, but Saban's been going, hey, this whole series has been out for a while, so we're going to take all their footage and we're only going to film certain pieces of the show and put it all together and put it out. So he only films like 10 minutes of every fucking 23, or not even, it's 4 minutes of every fucking 22-minute episode of a show. And it's all being recycled shit from another region, from another country. And he's just making billions and billions of dollars. Watch and repeat for 30 fucking years.
Then he sold to Netflix and made a lot of money.
Yeah.
Radar, yes, I agree. That was another fun one. Tattooed Teenage Alien Fighters from Beverly Hills. Long ass freaking title, yo. Long ass title.
I don't remember that one. That might have been after my time.
Fighters from Beverly Hills. I remember that shit.
No.
Me and my younger brother used to be
wasn't in my hood
all the time for all them fucking all them.
I don't think we were in the same parts of town, my friend, because I don't remember that at all.
Nope. Neither.
Oh man. Well, so we got about 10 more minutes. I want to get into this a little bit more about with the bad movies and stuff, because like you said, like that's one that really hits home, is like when you say Three Ninjas. Like, yeah, there are a lot of people who are like, this is a terrible movie. That definitely reaches, but I don't like. I just can't see that as a bad movie. So what do you guys think it is that blinds us as movie fans to certain movies where we're like, we're in, but it's so bad. But if you compare it to another bad movie, the same person could still say, I hate that movie. Though. And it's like, but they're sort of the same.
Nostalgia, and there's parts like, for instance, one of mine would be No Retreat, No Surrender. Like I love that movie. I can't apologize for it, and I don't know why more people don't love the cheesiness of that movie. I don't know. I think it's just, stuff we grew up with, what we're into. But yeah, I think nostalgia plays a huge part in it.
Yeah. Oh, what do you think?
I mean, besides what he said, I really agree with that. I think a lot of it, like for Stupids, like I'd love to be a part of the Stupids. Like, I mean, because I was stupid at the time. So I think it would be fun to put myself in that movie for me personally.
Oh, act it out, like have been a part of that. Oh, that's cool. I like that.
So, like I connected that way where I was like, man, it'd be fun to wake up in their kooky house and have parents that don't know fucking anything, just acting completely stupid. Like I'd be the smartest person there. Like I'm good with that. Let's be in that scenario.
All right. I get it. I hope my kids aren't hoping on that. It's probably true. Troll 2 is my all-time favorite bad movie. That was so like that movie, and I get it. I get why, Radars. I love it too. But like if I don't laugh, I can't look at it as good. Like, and I don't mean that for every movie, but I mean like if it is a bad movie, regardless of whether it's a horror or comedy or drama or whatever, if I can't like laugh about something with it, I can't get behind it. At least give me a laugh, sort of thing. And that's like where my like last level is. Like if I can't even laugh at this, like yes, I had one really good laugh with the Stupids, but I didn't even laugh at like the biggest part that was supposed to be the best, which is the song. My own grandpa.
Oh God, I just thought of a movie that I never understood why people enjoyed or liked.
What?
Napoleon Dynamite.
I love that movie.
I don't get it.
Baby seals are gonna die tonight because of you.
No, I love that movie.
I'm gonna go headlock and just on a baby seal.
It's so absurd. I'm not gonna defend it because if you don't like it, you don't like it. But and I get that because I know a couple people who don't like.
Just a couple?
Yeah, no, I mean the movie did well.
Most people love it. I don't get it either, Chris.
Like, you know what it is? It makes fun of.
There was a lot of good weed out at that time.
It makes fun of
back to like 2003, 2005. A lot of good weed out at that time.
Jesus Christ. No, it makes fun of stupid, for lack of a better term, white people in a rural area. And it's just funny to me how accentuated it is. Like when the guy's like, give me some tots. And he's got tots in his pocket. I've never carried tots in my cargo pants, but I actually know people who have. So like that shit, I don't know. It's familiar. Like, it's like, wow, this is stupid. This is absurdly stupid, but I dig it. So
just wasn't for me then. I'm just not the demographic. I'm not the target audience.
I am.
60%.
That's the most quoted movie, I think, because that came out when I was in 8th grade. So, every 8th grader was quoting that. And then the next big one was Superbad my junior year.
That
I think
one.
I think the reason I don't like Napoleon Dynamite is I saw it recently and I had so much hype behind it. Like so many people told me it was the funniest movie in the world, and when I sat down and watched it wasn't. I think that plays into it too. Is expectations.
I don't think it's the funniest. I'm not going to go down and saying like it's this award winning, and I get it. No. I get why people don't like it. It's dry humor. My thing is, I love the dry humor too, and a lot of people, it's not for that. Like, but that's the difference. Like, I like Super Troopers. I love it. One of the funniest movies of all time. But I also say like Napoleon Dynamite's one of the funniest movies I've ever seen, but for two different reasons. And that dry humor to me just lands. But I also like a lot of British comedy too. Too. And I can see a lot of parallels between Napoleon Dynamite's writing and how they acted out, and British comedy. So like the Faulty Towers and stuff. A lot of people aren't going to be into that. I get it.
Like I guess it's also subjective too, because what your opinion of a bad movie or that it's horrible to you versus everybody else. I mean, that's all subjective. Like I love Grandma's Boy. But I'm sure there are people out there that are like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
That shit's hilarious. I only seen it one time.
It's funny.
Oh, I Grandma's Boy is a sleeper for me because when that came out in theaters, I didn't go see it, and I was like, it's gonna be stupid. It's not a like Adam Sandler type comedy. I was getting a little tired of him at the time, and let me tell you, man, when I finally sat down and watched Grandma's Boy, I was so mad at myself because this movie was so funny.
Mhm.
It was so goddamn funny. I need to watch that again soon.
And it's all Sandler's like C-list players too, and they made such a good movie. I love that movie.
They made a better movie comedy for him than him for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Can I tell you guys a movie that I don't understand that I know you guys are going to crucify me for?
What's that?
Same here, Kathy. I agree.
Clerks 1.
Clerks 1. Interesting.
I get it.
Okay. It
I
took
get
me a
it.
while. It took me a while.
It never clicked, and I've watched it probably 8 or 9 times, and I'm still like, I just don't understand the hype. I'm not saying it's bad, but I'm
I
like,
get
I
that.
just don't. Everyone's always like Clerks. And
I actually prefer
I don't think
Clerks
that's
too. So
Well, to Radar's point, yes, I love that movie too. I don't think it's dumb though. I thought it was good, personally. But to your point, Paul, being like for me, I'm a little biased on it because I'm a kid from Jersey. So Kevin Smith was a hero to us. You know, he got out. I definitely see why all the hype's behind it because it is at the forefront of the independent boom of the 90s. Like if that movie didn't exist and it wasn't as different as almost everything else that was coming out at the time, it would have not landed. Like if it looked like Clerks 2 back then, it would have never been a hit.
Okay.
But that's why I love the comparison of all three. Like I love that trilogy. I fucking love that trilogy. And it is exactly what it needs to be. Why does it look and sound and feel like that? Because that's what a huge bass look and sounded and felt like. And that's why it resonates with so many people. Like I hung out with guys and girls like that. Like we worked in those same convenience stores. We did this. So that's why it resonates with me. And I've been around that area. I lived in Atlantic Highlands. So Leonardo is like across the street. So that's why it resonated with me. And that's the only thing I can speak to. And so what Jason was saying, like why I love Clerks 2 is because Clerks 2 is exactly where Kevin Smith was in his life. The comedy he's putting out, it's over the top. It's crazy. It's wild. It's pop culture. It's this, it's shiny and clean. Every movie he had made after Clerks looked like Clerks 2, but Clerks 2 is more polished and put together. And then Clerks 3, he's back to independent, doing things on his own. That's why it looks like that. But there's distinct looks of all three throughout Kevin Smith's life. That to me is like Linkletter's Sunrise or Sunset trilogy, which is three movies that take place, for anybody who hasn't seen it, 3 movies that take place over the course of 30 years about two people who fell in love one night. First
That's
movie,
Ethan Hawke, right?
Ethan Hawke and Julie Depley. Yeah.
I have seen that one.
I was going to say, Sturdy's going to want to watch that. He likes Ethan Hawke.
Ethan Hawke is one of my favorite actors. He just, I don't know what it is about him.
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen him in anything bad. It's just like, if I hear he's in, I'm like, oh, I got it. It's going to be good. It's going to be good.
Black Phone. Jesus Christ. I was happy.
And you know, it's the first movie that got me into watching his films that I can think of is White Fang, which is a Disney movie.
Mm-hmm.
And then from then on, as I got older, I'm like, oh shit, he's in this. Like Sinister, love that freaking movie. The first one, oh my gosh. And like how obsessed he
It is.
he's just awesome.
Still got.
I want to see him in more horror stuff, and that's kind of like mind fuck stuff where he's just like really obsessed because he plays that so well on both sides, good or bad.
He does. He's so good at it. I don't understand the hate for Sinister sometimes.
I've just never seen it. I don't hate it.
I love part 2, and I can say I can understand the hate for part 2, but for part 1, I don't know what to say. I'm not gonna bash you for your opinions, but
You're wrong. Right.
Oh, you didn't like that one?
No,
I love Sinister movies. I love them both, but I can see why people don't like the second one. I'm saying the first one, the
First
story,
Phenomenal.
just everything about. I gotta watch that again. Like that's something I love that. Freaking
Look! You're gonna make him go watch a movie tonight.
Uh-huh.
I don't have maybe later or
They can
tomorrow.
watch a good movie.
Well, you know what? We're moving into movie reviews. Would you guys care to join as I review
More
our
welcome to.
Sure,
movies?
sure.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, you guys are going small, so I'll go big. Whenever that lets me. There we go. All right. You guys stay there. Sturdy. I got to get rid of it. Sorry, buddy. You might still get blocked, though. Hey, guys. This is the Scene Snob Reviews. All right. Welcome. I have been off for quite a bit, and I am going to review 3 movies now. And so the point of this is I love doing movie reviews. I love watching new stuff, but the strike was happening. And because I have friends who are part of SAG, I have friends who are part of WGA, I wanted to step back to not review out of solidarity for them. But it's over and I'm back and we're going to start reviewing. But I have to hurry this up because there's a lot of movies that came out that I didn't get to review. So I'm going to start doing this as much as I can. And I'm going to do it right here on the podcast every week. And if you guys have something you want me to watch and see that you think I missed this year, let me know because I can't wait. But I got to check out 3 great movies in the past few days. Well, 2 great movies and one that was okay. So we'll get into it. First one up is Please Don't Destroy the Treasure of Foggy Mountain. This is the SNL group, Please Don't Destroy, of course. They became writers and they shoot a video for it every week, every episode they have one. But they started as YouTube guys. They were making funny videos. They've always been really funny. If you guys haven't checked them out, you should. I will tell you, getting into this movie, it looked ludicrous and absurd, right up my alley, but I was afraid because I haven't seen a good SNL movie in 20 years. Like, I've seen an okay SNL movie in that time, but nothing like the packs a punch of the Blues Brothers or, movies like Coneheads or, Wayne's World, things like that. Like, nothing really packs that punch. Not really since Night of the Roxbury in but I'm going to tell you, that has all changed in 2023 with Please Don't Destroy the Treasure of Foggy Mountain. It is phenomenal. Absolutely loved it. My rating for this movie is 4.5 stars. I think everyone should go check this movie out. I absolutely adored it. If you guys haven't seen it, please go check it out. It's funny from beginning to end, and I'm telling you, you're going to have to watch it at least another time after that, just to get jokes that you'll miss while you're laughing. It's that good. No BS. Go check it out. I absolutely loved it. And I think it's one of the best SNL movies to come out in a while. And one that I know I'm going to revisit often. So next up on my list, the MCU's latest outing. That's right. Well, here, I'm going to flip you guys because I feel bad. It's already stuck me on the thing. So now Chris is there. With everyone, I'll switch. So I checked out the Marvels. Yes, that's right. I haven't reviewed a Marvel anything since I went and saw Guardians of the Galaxy Part 3, Volume 3. So the Marvels is now here. A lot of hate coming out about this movie. It was a box office failure. It did terribly. And I'm sad to see that. Now, here's why. I don't think this movie deserves all the hate that it's getting. I think there's a lot of biased hate towards it because of whether it be Brie Larson, whether it be how Marvel's doing, or whatever else is going on. Whoever that is, I'm going to remove you for a sec. I think I knew who that was. So I don't understand all the hate that it's getting in this moment in time because it isn't a terrible movie. And yes, I understand the standard. Marvel, you're supposed to be the gold standard. You're supposed to go out there and it's supposed to be great. Who said that and why? To me, this is a middle of the road movie. It was good. I enjoyed it. I had fun. Iman Vellani, who plays Miss Marvel, was the best part about it. She was so much fun. I hope she either gets another movie or a season 2 to her show. I thought she did fantastic. But everybody else was great too. Brie Larson, she was a lot better than she was in the first one. I enjoyed it a great deal. So if you guys want to go check out a good Marvel movie that you might just really enjoy, sort of middle of the road, but let's face facts, comic books are like that. We get one-off issues that are just kind of like a story that's kind of bridged the gaps to the next big arc. Well, that's one this was, and I enjoyed it. And Nick Fury, it was nice to see him actually be in a positive moment after everything we were just seeing from Secret Invasion, which sucked. But anyway, that's how I felt about the Marvels. But for me, it is a 3 out of 5 mics. It's middle of the road. It's good. Go check it out. It's a lot of fun. Finally, and I saved this one for last because I was very excited to watch this one today. And Thanksgiving by Eli Roth, of course, started from just some small little trailer he did for a little double feature called Grindhouse. That's right. So Thanksgiving comes from that. A lot of the gags come from it that he put into this. But it took 20 years to get this movie made, and they did it phenomenally. I think this is the best way to pay homage to any horror movie, right? It was fantastic throughout. I had a good time. The horror was fun. The gore wasn't over the top, but it was a good time, and they did some really fun stuff with it. The comedy hit right. The horror was just really well done in a formula that we've seen, and it's very basic in a lot of ways. I'm going to take you guys out because I'm getting a little feedback, and I just don't want to do that to anybody listening. But in a lot of ways, Thanksgiving paid perfect homage to movies like Friday the 13th or movies like Halloween, because it took the formula and kind of accelerated it a bit, like put forth a better movie in some respects, because it took what they made and said, all right, we're going to add elements that we know we work from other movies. And Eli Roth is a very good filmmaker at horror, and he added his own elements. So I absolutely enjoyed this movie. The cast is great. The theme, how it starts off in Black Friday, and I'm not going to give you it, but like you have the crazy rush of Black Friday, and it plays into that. It seemed a little over the top considering it takes place in today's world, but I'm still familiar with it. We still do get those rushes, but because I grew up with Black Friday rushes like that where people were getting hurt and stuff, it was still believable. I could still like own it. But this is going to be a movie I check out every year. And I think it should be checked out every year. It's that good. All right. That's why I gave it a 4 out of 5 mics. I think this movie was fantastic and so well done. So go check out all these movies. I think they're worth going to see. It's the holiday weekend. Why not get out and see them? All right. But where do they fall on the Miyagi line? If you don't know what the Miyagi line is, that's how we rank movies here. So the Miyagi line is our dead set. This is the middle of the road. If it goes over the Miyagi line, it's a good movie. If it goes below, it's okay. It's not terrible, but it isn't that upper echelon. It doesn't belong up there. Where do they fall? This is where they fall. I think Please Don't Destroy, with its story, its comedy, it's really well done acting throughout, deserves to be above the Miyagi line. And I do feel that way with Thanksgiving, giving it more towards the horror side of it. The Marvels, good movie. I think you should go check it out, but it is a mediocre middle of the road compared to a Marvel movie and other superhero films. And the sci-fi isn't great in it, but it is enjoyable. And I think you should all check it out. But guys, we're starting up. This is Mick's Movie Picks. And this week, I'm picking from 2009. Normally, you guys vote over on our Snob Nation Discord or our Snob Nation Facebook group. But because I was out for the past couple of weeks, I'm just going to pick this one. And it's one that it corresponds with Thanksgiving. That is Funny People. I love Funny People. This is an Adam Sandler movie with Seth Rogen that I can get behind. Judd Apatow directed it. It's just a great time. It's wonderful. So go check this out. Funny People is a very good movie. And it just doesn't get enough respect, I think, anymore. But guys, thank you so much for joining in with the Scene Snobs tonight. Make sure to go check us out. We are on all podcast platforms. You can listen to us anywhere. Make sure to hit that like button, hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, hit it all. Join the Snob Nation. We want you there. We have 4 great members right here of the Snob Nation, and I'm going to bring back in. And I want to say thank you to them for being a part of the show. You guys are all amazing. It's just so much fun talking about movies, and we're going to be going on a sturdy show after this, which I will be simulcasting on our channel. If you're here, check it out. We're going to be talking about Thanksgiving and more. Guys, thank you again for being a part of the show. Thank you all for being a part of the show and watching. And until next time, remember, be kind, stay classy, and take care of yourselves, because that's important. And until next time, bye.